What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Godly Potential Podcast. In this episode of the Godly Potential Podcast, I think I'm going to be analyzing the statement of "What you seek is seeking you" by Rumi. So what you seek is seeking you. Initially, when I heard this, I just came up with a logical answer. I'm pretty sure most of us do. But as I begin to actually analyze it, think about it, my brain normally works on analogies, which makes me learn things better, help me get a deeper understanding of certain things. And so when I was thinking about this, what you seek is seeking you, the analogy that came to me was this. I look at it, or I thought about it as, say you're searching for someone using your voice, and let's say in a dark place, a dark setting, or whatever, and say they're far away, and you two are both looking for each other. And when you're in a dark setting like that, the only thing that you can really utilize is your voice. So the analogy was, you're calling out to this other person. They're far away, and it echoes. So they eventually hear your echo, but it takes a while to get to them. And when they hear it, they call back, and that echo eventually comes back to you, because you two are looking for each other. And eventually, you keep communicating back and forth, even though there's a time lag, a time gap. You'll eventually find each other. You'll eventually meet each other. You'll eventually cross paths. That is an analogy that manifested within my mind. So, to break it down further, what you seek is seeking you. Let's say you are seeking wealth. So you're calling out to the universe or whatever you believe in, saying, I am wealthy. And the reason I say you're saying I am wealthy, because you want to speak in present tense, not future tense, like I want to be, but I am. So you're speaking out to the universe, I am wealthy. And there's a time delay. So that's why a lot of people feel like the law of attraction and manifestation is BS, because of the time gap. Honestly, be happy there's a time gap, because how many times have you got emotional, you let your emotions control you, and you lashed out saying some shit that you regret later? Or I know you badass kids growing up, your parents piss you off, you say, I hate you, I hope you die. I mean, that's kind of dark, but these kids are saying it. And if that was to happen, there was no time delay, and that manifested, yeah, you probably killed yourself unintentionally a long time ago. But I digress. And so you're saying out to the universe, I am wealthy, and the universe is getting it, but there's a time delay. Let's just say, for the sake of this analogy, let's say the universe receives it months later. So the universe hears this, and the universe is responding and also coming closer, because it heard in what direction the voice came from. But the universe also responded with, let's just say, so the universe not responding with words, is responding with manifestations. So say universe responded with you're walking and you find $1. You see, because the universe is bringing you that. What you seek is seeking you. And if you keep communicating, you don't lose sight of the goal or the vision, that voice to the universe will get closer, as in the time delay, as well as it will get louder, so the universe will know what direction it's coming from, so it can keep traveling in that direction to meet you. Because what you seek is seeking you. And that's how I interpreted that. And that makes so much more sense to me. But then, after analyzing that, I began to ponder on or think about, what am I seeking and what is seeking me? Now, after reading up on and studying my astrology, looking into my sun sign, my moon sign, my sun rising, my lunar and solar eclipse, different life events, it all points back to the thing I'm seeking the most. And also what I'm here to teach is freedom. Now I think about it. Why do I seek freedom? And why is that vibration of freedom seeking me? Well, it's seeking me because I'm seeking it, but I am seeking it because I've experienced the opposite. See, once you've experienced confinement, you realize how much you value freedom. Or once you've experienced scarcity, you realize how much abundance that you want. But thinking about it, when it comes to confinement, I've experienced confinement on damn near every level possible, except for physical, as far as being incarcerated. However, when I look at mental confinement, I've experienced that, being that I thought my thoughts were me, and my thoughts controlled me. Pretty much if I had a thought, I thought like, well, that's it. And then, well, that's what I'm thinking, because I didn't have any control over my thoughts. And so I sought out freedom in that, which is why I began meditating and reading the book, The Power of Now, which I recommend to each and every person on this blue planet. And that's how I gained freedom of my mental, as well as mental strength exercises, stuff that just pushes me mentally, makes me stronger in that aspect, makes me freed me up. And then I looked at emotional confinement. It's kind of similar to mental, when you're ruled by your emotions. If you're angry, you act angrily. If you're excited, you act excited. Which is cool to a certain extent, but to another extent, you got to be able to control that. If someone can say a word to you that just sends you over the edge, you're not in control of your emotions. Your emotions are running you. You're slave to them. You're confined to them. And after realizing this, I sought out mental freedom. Now I'm talking about this because all these different aspects, because I was doing this on a unconscious level. I wasn't consciously seeking out freedom at this time in these areas, but just looking back on it, it's starting to make more sense now. And so mental confinement, emotional confinement, financial slavery or confinement. I mean, anyone really that works a 9 to 5 that doesn't love it is financially confined. Now, you might be making good money, but I mean, that just falls under another form of slavery or confinement. But for me personally, financial confinement, I'm seeking financial freedom because points in my life I didn't have enough money to buy the things that I wanted, sometimes needed. And so I'm seeking financial freedom because of that. And what else? Physical confinement, as far as strength and physicality. Now, growing up, I wrestled. When you wrestle someone stronger than you, you realize how confined you are and how your technique isn't helping you that much when you got the same technique, but they're stronger than you. So you seek out that physical freedom, or I don't even know what to call it, physicality freedom, whatever. But I sought that out. Freedom over my body, I guess you can say. And I mean, the list goes on and on. I was confined to my identity. I was like, whoop, Brian is this way. He doesn't like this. He likes this. No matter what. Until subconsciously I sought out freedom over that, where I realized I am not my identity. I don't even know, like, this Brian person isn't me. I am the immortal, all-powerful being that can't be named or contained. I am that. That gave me freedom when it came to my ideas. I was like, no, actually, me eating meat is not good for me, or I no longer like it. I gained freedom over that, or whatever. When it comes to certain type of things I wear, I was confined to that at one point, and I sought out freedom in that. And so when I look back on all these things, I realized that freedom was seeking me because on a spiritual level, I was seeking that freedom. My spirit, my vibration was vibrating at the frequency of freedom. And so that is what I'm seeking. And then thinking about it too, spiritual confinement. That's when you don't know what you are. That's when you don't know who to talk to or call upon when it comes to gods or the universe or whoever you choose to call upon. And so I sought out, or I am seeking out, spiritual freedom. How to free up this spirit. Being able to soul travel, amongst other things. Act upon this universe. Just be free. So ask yourself, what are you seeking? Because it's ultimately seeking you. Now, on an unconscious level, you may be seeking scarcity, because that's the vibration you're vibing on. That's what's constantly in your mind. Scarcity. I'm broke. I can't afford this. I'm in debt. Yada, yada, yada. So you need to change that. You need to start thinking and seeking abundance. You seek abundance by thinking about abundance, not avoiding scarcity. So you don't say, fuck, I can't wait to be debt free. No, you say in the present tense, I am abundant. I can't afford that. Or instead of saying I can't afford to say I choose not to buy that. Or I can't buy that, say I choose not to buy that. Or let's think of something else. Say, okay, you're seeking on an unconscious level. You're seeking fucked up relationships, or just, fucked up relationships, be it intimate or just friendships. That's seeking you because you're seeking it on the unconscious level, because that's the vibration you're putting out. You're putting out the vibration or the thoughts or the emotions of all people are bad people, all people are fucked up, all people just trying to get one up over you, or all guys are the same, all women are the same, all people are liars, cheaters, whatever the fuck. So if you're thinking that way, that is what seeking you, because you're seeking it. So you got to become conscious of it and flip that around. Change up all the things I just said. People are loving. Whatever it is. So look at what you're attracting and realize that that is what you're seeking. And 9 times out of 10, it's probably unconsciously. So make it conscious. Switch it up, because it's seeking you ultimately. That's just like certain people that they get bullied. It might have started at childhood. They got bullied in school and they stayed at that vibration, just fear. And so other people that are bullies, they're seeking you because they pick up on it. It's as if, say when you first got bullied, it's because you're vibing on a certain frequency and you emitted a odor. And let's say that odor is just the most delicious, the most amazing smell that these bullies have ever smelled, and they're attracted to it. And that's what you're seeking on an unconscious level. And they're following their nose right to you. And that's why you keep getting fucked over and bullied or whatever. You can use your imagination. It relates to a lot of things. But yeah, like I said, that was my interpretation of what you seek is seeking you. It makes so much sense to me. So like I said, me ultimately seeking freedom. What are you seeking? Make it something that's powerful, that's to your benefit. Because we are creators. We create everything that's in our life, unconsciously or consciously. You gain more power when you make it consciously. So seek something powerful. Until next time, it's been Godly Potential Podcast. I'm out. Peace.
Yeah, 'cause it's safe.